Hey friends, so we're gonna go back and discuss our partitioning of shapes and creating fractions from them. And so we can show that we are able to understand what and how to do that. So first things first, I want to talk about, and I'm going to use my little board here. I want to talk about fractions for just a second. So, when you see a fraction, there is a line, and there is a number here, and there is a number here. Now, when you've taken a shape and you've partitioned it, divided it, sectioned it out, your bottom number, this number right here, that number is referred to as, does anybody have any idea? I think this was one of our questions on our morning message. And this one is called the denominator. The denominator. So let me write denominator. All right? Say that with me. Denominator. Denominator is the bottom number. And then we want to look at this number here. And that number has a name as well. That number is called the, anybody? Numerator. So the top number is called the numerator. Let's say that together. Ready? Numerator. That's this number here. And then the bottom number is our denominator. Numerator and denominator. Okay? So when we take a fraction, when we take a shape, a 2D shape, and we partition it, divide it, section it off into equal, remember we're talking about equal parts, our bottom number is how many total pieces there are in whatever shape we're doing, and our numerator is how many we have shaded in. Okay? So let's just do a recap of our shape. The circle, because I happen to have that one here. And then I forgot some pieces at school, of course. So we have one whole circle. If we're writing the fraction, our numerator, our top number, would be 1, and our denominator would be 1, because the whole thing is shaded in yellow. And so it would be 1 over 1. Okay? All right. Now, let's say we took this and we only shaded in part of it. The part that's green is our shaded part. So we have now shaded in numerator 1, because only 1 of 2 parts. So our denominator is 2. Okay? Let's talk about we have, now it's not drawn on here because this is the one I forgot at school. But if I had 4 of these, because there would be 4 of them, my denominator is 4 and my numerator is 1 part of it is shaded. All right, let's look at thirds here. I do have the third. See if I can get it to stay on there. It's going to be interesting. Okay, so I would have a denominator of 3, because there's 1, 2, 3, and this is just 1/3 of it. And I can go all the way down, friends. I have 6ths. So we would say our top number would be 1, 2 shades of a total of 6. If I could fit them and hold them all on here, I would. It'd be an attempt, wouldn't it? Yikes. Okay, I'm not going to be able to hold any more, so that kind of gives you an idea, though. This one's even going to be worse because this is 8ths. Mrs. Heck is definitely not this talented, but we'll try a little bit here. Okay, so I've gotten a few of them on here. Oh, maybe more than a few. Yikes. All right, So my bottom denominator number is going to be 8 because there's going to be 8 total sections if I could hold them all on here. And if I shaded in only one of the 8, I would put a 1 in my numerator, or in this case, I'm showing you 5. So I would shade in 5, and it would be, my top number would be 5/8. Okay? All right, that's my recap. Now, you're going to have a paper that looks like this, and you're going to need to draw a line from this side where it's written out in word form to this side where it's in numeric form. All right? Then on the back, you need to choose which fraction represents the correct shaded part. It's going to be hard to see because the line is pretty dark as well. So be careful. Look at how many total parts you would have and then decide how many are shaded in. Okay? Then you're going to have a paper that you are going to do the shading in of. And it says you color one part of each figure and then write the fraction. How many parts did it say to color in? 1. So you're going to shade in 1. So your numerator should almost always be 1. Most certainly should always be 1. And then your denominator is what's going to change in this paper, okay? And then on the back, you're just shading in, or just marking what's shaded in, okay? Same goes on this one. Okay, on this one, it's asking you to draw the shape and then color in to show the fraction. So that one's going to be a little tougher. This, as you can see, says enrich, which means it's supposed to be a higher level of thinking. So some of you may or may not get that one completely right, but that's okay because it's all about the process, friends. Remember, mistakes grow our brains. This one is where you color one part of each figure and write the fraction. And so your numerator is going to be 1 and your denominator is going to be different. And then at the bottom, it actually says write the word and the fraction for each one. So you'll have to create that one in word form and fraction. Okay. Oh, I forgot the back. This one's a pattern block shape too. It's an enrich. So this is a little bit higher thinking. Okay. Just some more where different fractions are colored in. And then down here, you've got a color to show that you understand. Same here. All right. And I think this is, yeah, this is the same. Then now here's going to be different because we're going to go back to using our greater than and our less than and our equal to. Okay. And it's interesting because you're really going to have to pay attention on this paper. I'll probably do a lesson on this before you actually get to this. I'm just trying to show you what's going to be included in your PDF. But there'll be a lesson on this because I'm sure you're looking at this thinking, how do I know? Well, that's Mrs. X's job to teach you. So we'll do that one. And then the last one will be this one. And it's just a reteach of circling which one is greater. And of course, that'll come after I do that last lesson. So save these last 2 papers for after I do that lesson, and you can work through those other papers. I'm just going to put one on each day, 1 or 2 on each day, so that you are becoming familiar with shapes being partitioned and their fraction equivalent. Remember to use the verbiage numerator and denominator if you're explaining it to your family member as you're working. Okay? All right, until we meet again.